Man, we had so many good times. I was kind of hoping we could have some more. But, wait, what? Oh, I see. Saw a girl from a long time ago. Oh, wanted love, but she let me know. No, now my heart's broke. Now my heart's broke. Well, hey, you may not like me that way, but we can still be friends, right? Right? Wait, no, where are you going? Come back! I'm greeted by the twin specters of Shizune and Misha, looking like they mean business. Well, Shizune looks like she means business anyway. Misha just looks like she's about to start laughing at any minute. Up on the roof again, He-chan? You know that's dangerous, don't you? That's right. The school cannot be held responsible for any injury that comes from being up there, you know. Furthermore, we could report you for breaking the rules. Misha leans in and whispers conspiratorially. But we won't, He-chan. You three are too cute together. She straightens up again, laughing at my sudden blush. You're too easy to tease, He-chan. Hey, come on. I'm still new here, sort of. Isn't it mean to pick on the newcomer like this? Nope. She cakes it. It's to help you get acclimated to your new surroundings. Ah, I see. Well, do you have to be so overzealous about it? Yep. Ah, that aside, He-chan, we're looking for you this morning, but you weren't in your room. Of course I wasn't. I was out for my morning exercise or here in class bright and early. Unlike you. Shizune looks peeved, and a beat later so does Misha, or she tries to at any rate. That was because of student council business. You should be grateful that we worked so hard for you. Oh, I am. So what did you need for me? What did you need me for? Not another attempt to rope me into... English! Not another attempt to rope me in to do the dirty work, I hope. We had to give you something, but since you weren't around, we dropped it off in your room. Something? Like what? Oh, the survey. Oh, you'll find out when you get back, He-chan. Muto entering the room ends our conversation, and we all head to our seats. It's only after I've settled down at my desk and the teacher started talking about something or other that something odd strikes me. Where did Ren mean you two seemed to? Was Emmy staring at something too? For a brief moment, I considered the possibility that Emmy was staring at me the way I was staring at her. Of course, that's ridiculous. Still, I can't deny that I wouldn't mind if it were true. But it's best not to think of that. No need to get my hopes up. This sentence right here is the greatest sentence in the history of man that does not give woman. But see, this dude, he has the option of 5. The greatest sentence in the history of single men. No need to get my hopes up. Come to think of it, when did I start having hopes like that This is exactly the game I needed to be playing. Exactly. I shake my head in an attempt to clear it and focus on the lesson. After class, I make my way to my room. Muto really piled on the homework today. Before I can open my door, however, I'm suddenly intercepted by Kenji, who has just exploded out of his own room in a flurry of papers. Hey, we need to talk. These rooftop shenanigans of yours, man, they've got to stop. Nani? You're running around on the rooftop with the limbless wonders. The limbless wonders. Oh my gosh. They're women, man. You'll get yourself killed running around like that. I don't follow. Kenji sighs and adjusts his glasses before what could be understood as an attempt at explaining himself patiently. Look, we're friends, so I'm telling you this for your own good. But if I were going to kill someone, I'd do it by throwing them off the roof and making it look like an accident. And if I thought of it, you can be sure they thought of it too. They're crafty. Almost as crafty as I am. I see. Good. I'm glad we had this chat. Loan me 500 yen. Kenji is that dude. I'm sorry. I need to get a drink, man. I've been inside all day and the tap water's been compromised, as I'm sure you know. So I need to stock up on something got it? But to do that, I need 500 yen. And since I've just saved your life with my timely advice, you can at least spare me 500 yen. You know, if it'll make him go away, 500 yen is a bargain. I hand the money over to Kenji, who nods and thanks and dashes off down the hallway, but not before he locks his door. What an exhausting person. I better go in case he changes his mind. As I close the door, my heel taps against something lying on the floor. It's a brightly colored rectangle of paper. Oh, this must be the something Misha mentioned before. Probably a student council leaflet she slid under the door. However, when I pick it up, I find that I couldn't have been more wrong. Someone actually wrote me an old-fashioned handwritten paper letter. Who bothers doing something like this in this day and age anyway? Yet as unlikely as the prospect of receiving one sounds, this is definitely a letter I have in my hands. I was planning on finishing my homework, getting some dinner, and then going to bed in order to be ready for tomorrow morning's run. However, the letter has naturally caught my interest. I sit at my desk to examine it properly. It's the first piece of mail I've received here at Yamaku, so it feels special even if it wasn't something as rare as a handwritten letter. What causes me even more trepidation is the name of the sender, written neatly on the back of the envelope. Oh, don't tell me, is his old girlfriend? Iwanako! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! I have no idea why she would write to me. I haven't been in contact with anyone from my old school since I transferred, and Iwanako is the last person I expect to want to write me a letter. The last time I saw Iwanako was terribly awkward, embarrassing so. She came to my hospital room, peeled me an apple out of courtesy, and then we practically sat in silence for half an hour. She said goodbye and didn't look me in the eye when she closed the door. It might have been a natural end to the series of visits that were probably pretty painful for both of us. Every time she visited me in the hospital, I wanted to talk to her, but something stopped me every time. Every time that I didn't speak made the next time even harder. She looked so guilty that I didn't want to say anything that might upset her, and I never could figure out the right words to say. Wait. Yo, you can go back! You can go back. I think Iwanako blamed herself for my heart attack. That's ridiculous, of course, but knowing it and believing it are two very different things. I told her that it wasn't her fault. She nodded, and I really think she understood that if it hadn't been that, then sooner or later something else would have made my heart give out. Yet she looked so hopelessly sad every time she opened that door and entered my room. So I never managed to say the things I wanted to say. In the end, that might have hurt her even more. Carefully, I opened the envelope and draw out the folded letter from within. Can I read that? Something. It's really hard to see, and then there's a bunch of kanji that I don't know yet. But you can make out some stuff. Dear Sal, how are you? I hope you are well and happy at your new school. Everyone here misses you. Almost all of our second year class got put together in class 3-1 for the final year, so we were pretty comfortable right from the beginning of the year. I'm sure you would have been assigned to this class as well. The mood among the third years seemed to be very anxious about the final exams, even though they are so far away. The teachers are badgering us about it all the time. Even old Mr. Tachibana, who is, by the way, our homeroom teacher this year. Would you believe it? I was sure that he retired after our second year, but here he is nagging everyone about studying for exams. I think things like that are the main reason why the mood among the third years is so nervous. I must admit that I'm somehow losing confidence in myself as well, even though I've always fared reasonably well in exams. It's so weird to think we are already seniors, isn't it? Time has really flown past. I wonder where it went. The new first years seem so young and somehow really innocent. I keep wondering if I was like them in my first year. I've been feeling nostalgic like this for the whole first trimester. There are other things I want to say. I'm writing you because I felt that there are things I should have said after the incident back in winter. I really regret that I wasn't able to say them in person, and I have no excuse for it. Yeah, I think I've had quite enough of this. I crumpled up the sheet of paper and tossed it across the room. My aim is off, so the letter rolls under my nightstand instead of going into the wastebasket. That was an apology for abandoning me, except I don't know that I really need it anymore at this point. The hospital seems like a lifetime ago, and here now I've got other things on my mind. Emmy, for starters. It wasn't great to be abandoned during my stay, but it's not something I'm worried about anymore. In fact, I hadn't even thought about the hospital in what feels like forever until this letter came in. It's almost annoying to have received it. I've got exams to study for myself. I have no time for the past. Now, about that homework. Oh man, you can't just throw away the girl. Wait, I gotta do it again. Do the jingle! Katawa Shoujo! Yeah! So what's the plan for today anyway? I'm waiting patiently in the hallway of the girls' dormitory just outside of Emmy's and Ren's room. Emmy is apparently helping Ren with getting dressed. I suppose that makes perfect sense, as I have no idea how Ren would get dressed otherwise. Picnic! Picnic. That's what I said. Sounds pretty exciting. I know, right? Ren chooses this moment to make an observation. The sky seems threatening today. Actually, I noticed that too, on my way over. Despite the sunshine of the early morning, the afternoon seems to have taken a turn for the gloomy. There's a heaviness to the air as well that usually heralds a rainstorm. I wonder if I should have brought my umbrella. She's got a point. Am you sure that you would still want to risk getting caught in the rain? I don't even know why I bothered asking. Amy pops out of Ren's room into the hallway, looking shocked that I even suggest canceling our plans. Of course! What, the threat of rain's supposed to stop me? I can't help but grin at her belligerent response. It's almost like she's daring the rain to come. Yeah, rain, what up with you? If Mother Nature were walking down the street, I think Emmy would probably start a fight with her. Or at least challenge her to a race. In fact, Emmy seems almost aggressively cheerful today. Ren wanders out into the hallway, looking her usual self. Well then, are we all ready to go? I'm ready. Ren nods and says a single word. Basket. Beg your pardon? The basket in Emmy's room. You should carry it. Emmy claps a hand to her mouth, embarrassed. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot all about it. Nice save, Ren. Why is she so white girlish? Oh my gosh. 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 Emmy darts into her room and emerges with what looks like a very well-stocked picnic basket. Hey, boo-boo, that looks like a yummy picnic basket. As she hands it over to me, I know that it feels heavy enough to be one too. Good lord, how much food did she pack? More to the point, where'd she get the money for all of this? So, where are we set to head out? Yep. Oh, we are set to head out. Ren gives another nod and we head out of the dormitory. I can't help but frown when I notice how gray the sky has gotten in the 10 minutes I was inside. Still, Emmy does not seem concerned by such petty concerns as the color of the sky. She's positively skipping as we walk, which reminds me. Where are we going? This brings Emmy up short and she shoots me an embarrassed look. You know, I hadn't really thought of that. What do you think, Sal? Well, there's the spot where we ate during the festival, but it might be nice to leave the campus for a while. However, I'm not sure if there's any good places to do that in town. Just as I'm about to open my mouth, Ren unexpectedly interjects with a suggestion. There's a park in town near the art shop. Great idea, Ren. I totally forgot all about that place. Crisis averted. Do you know how to get there, Ren? Ren shrugs. It's pretty likely. Good enough for me. I would prefer NWEpic for sure. But what the heck. Lead on, Ren. The three of us quickly make our way off campus and take the road down into town. This basket is a bit heavy. I hope that the park is close by. We pass the art supply store, Ren slowing her pace slightly as we go by. Emmy notices Ren's change of pace and stops. You want to go in, Ren? Ren shrugs. Nothing I need. Are you sure? She smiles. There's the slightest flutter of a smile on Ren's face, quickly replaced with her usual expression. Life's uncertain, but on this, at least I'm pretty sure. Nice of you to offer. Well, it's not like I'm the one carrying the basket. Got him. But I'll bet Sal wouldn't have minded anyway, right? Oh, of course not. This is hardly a heavy load. I flex for emphasis. Emmy stifles a snort of laughter by pointing to the park at which we suddenly arrived. Oh, I remember this place. I ran into you here that one time, didn't I, Ren? Ren's eyebrows raises slightly. Maybe. I'm unwilling to say for certain one way or the other. Memory's a tricky thing, you know. Well, I'll be. We made it in one piece after all. The sun's still nowhere to be seen, but neither Emmy nor Ren seem to mind. We find a spot to sit on the grass, and I set the basket down gratefully. All the different art styles, man. Cause that's not how he looked like when he was talking to Lily. Ren looks cute in this picture. Of course, Emmy does too. But he looks weird. He looks weirdly weird. This is a surprising amount of food prepared. Maybe we were supposed to be joined by some of Emmy's teammates or something? I'm starving. Dig in. She attacks the food as if she's had nothing to eat for years. I'm just reaching for the food myself when I feel the first drop of rain land on the back of my hand. Uh-oh. Look like the weather's not going to cooperate with us after all. Emmy glares at the sky as if that alone would hold back the rain. I very nearly believe she can do it. It's one heck of a glare. It had better cooperate. You hear me, Sky? You stop that raining right this instant. The sky doesn't seem inclined to listen to her, despite the commanding tone she's taking with it. Instead, the rain seems to increase. Ren wrinkles her nose in a distaste at this turn of events. Regrettable. What do you mean? Ren shrugs. I could paint this if I weren't out here. Shame to miss it, that is all. She doesn't seem angry or annoyed by it, just a little disappointed. Amy laughs in response to Ren's comment. Guess we should have stopped in that art supply store after all, huh? The rain increased a little more. Offended that we haven't fled yet. Despite the warm temperatures we've been enjoying, the rain is rather cold. I wish I'd brought my umbrella. Hey, we should probably head inside to keep dry. We're already pretty wet, Hasal. Yeah, but we can dry off this way and maybe wait out the storm. You don't want to catch a cold or anything, do you? Amy considers this for a moment. I can tell that part of her wants to stay out in the rain just to spite the weather. Unfortunately for her, the weather hardly cares about what we do. I suppose you're right. Where could we go? I don't have an answer for her. The area is still pretty new to me. Though I guess I'm slowly getting used to the school itself, the surrounding town remains a mystery. All I know is the art supply store, and that's only because we've just passed it. Fortunately, Emmy soon snaps her finger in triumph. That's it, there's a tea shop nearby. We can have some tea and dry out, no problem. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Great, you know where it is? Emmy nods, looking fairly confident. Sure do. I think. But it'll be an adventure either way, right? Adventure, huh? Well, I suppose we could use a little adventure. I think as long as we get out of the rain, I'll be happy. The picnic basket is a little lighter now, at least. Lead on! Ren and I follow Emmy as she weaves through the streets with something approaching confidence. Now, left here... There! The Shanghai! Emmy beams triumphantly as she points to the tea shop. It seems fairly crowded inside, a symptom of the sudden rain, I'm sure. Welcome, can I... I was surprised to find out that our waitress is none other than Yuko. She sure looks the part in her uniform. It's hard to believe that this is the same librarian from our school. Does she work 2 jobs? I guess that must be it. Oh, it's you! Yuko seems to know Emmy. Emmy grins brightly, pleased to be remembered. Hey, Yuko! Hi, Yuko. I didn't know you worked here, too. Do I know you? You seem awfully familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen you in here. We met at your other job at the Yamaku Library, remember? Her eyes widen in memory. Yeah, that's it. Nice to see you again. Oh no, this is bad. I should have remembered a customer's face. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Yugo goes from realization to panic in a split second, performing a series of high-speed bows. I narrowly avoid getting headbutted in the process. Whoa, hey, calm down! Stop it! Listen, I wasn't a customer when we first met. In fact, I hadn't ever been to the Shanghai, so it's alright. Not the best display of logic, but it seems to relax her a little. Do you really think so? Yeah, I'm sure. Positive. Isn't that right, girls? Amy has been watching this little drama unfold with considerable amusement. Yep, sure is. Well, okay. So, Yuko, got room to seat us? Yuku, I don't know why oh, it is Yuko, I'm right. Yuko nods and leads us to a corner booth, providing us with some small towels before taking our order. What will you have? Cake, and some tea too, I guess. What kind of cake? Wait, can I go back? I can't go back. Yeah, I can go back. Yeah! Yeah! Cake and some tea too, I guess. What kind of cake? Surprise me. Yuko looks uncomfortable at the thought of surprising anyone, but she gives a nod and turns to Ren. And for you? I'll take a straw. My feet are all wet. What? The drinking kind of straw. One, please. Yuko is obviously uncertain of what to think about this. She fiddles with her pen and stationery for a moment, looking like she's about to cry before turning in my direction. And you, sir? Just tea, I think. Amy would probably yell at me if I ordered cake. Oh, come on, Sal. Don't let me be the only one with food. I'll feel like a pig. Just trying to eat healthy. Your orders, after all. Well, today is your day off. You can be healthy tomorrow. Well then, I suppose I'll have some cake after all. Yuko seems slightly irritated that I changed my mind. What kind? I glanced at Emmy and grinned. Surprise me. You guys are jerks. You're jerks. Whoops. Very well. Your order will be out soon. Despite the crowd, our order does indeed arrive quickly. Thanks, Yuko. Yuko nods in appreciation. This is a different guy than usual, isn't it? What? Different guy. Amy must notice my confusion because she seems a little embarrassed. Well, what? Oh yeah, I guess he is. This is my friend, Hasao. We've met. Huh? Small world. Well, let me know if you need anything. Ooh. With that, Yuko takes off like a shot to wait on some other tables, leaving me to ponder her comment. Different guy, huh? I guess it makes sense, right? Amy's pretty popular, so I've been told. It's probably that kid from the track team. This is stupid. I can just ask Amy. So who's this other guy, huh? You got a secret lover or something? Amy laughs again, only I get the feeling it's from nervousness as much as anything else. It's just the track team captain. He likes coming down here after practice sometimes. So if we have anything to discuss, I tag along. Sounds mighty suspicious to me. Oh gosh, this game. Oh my gosh, no. 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 Please don't let it be anything. I can let the matter drop, but I can't resist at least getting another dig in. So, it is a secret lover. I knew it. Ren watches our play, seemingly mildly amused before muttering something that I don't quite catch. Some anyway. Huh? Ren jerks back from whatever her mind wandered off to. Huh? What did you just say? Huh? No, before that. No idea. Oh well. Okay. I let the matter drop, but I can't help notice that Amy seems relieved that Ren interrupted the conversation. Maybe I went a little too far. Conversation dies down for a moment as Amy and I busy ourselves with cake. Mine is strawberry and surprisingly good. Amy seems to think so too, as she suddenly reaches over with her fork and steals a bit. Thief! Pirate. There's a difference. We're not on water. Well, no, but there's a lot of water outside, so it still works, right? Besides, you can have some of mine. I think it's cranberry or something. I should have asked for the strawberry. I like strawberries. Feel free to help yourself to mine if you really must. For some reason, I feel compelled to add, seeing as how you've already done it once and all. Amy sticks her tongue out at me, but that doesn't stop her from appropriating my cake. I tried some of hers as well. It's raspberry and it's pretty good. The rain's let up. It appears that Ren is correct. Good timing too. I finished my food and it looks like Amy has as well. Well, we better pay and get a move on before it starts raining again. It takes a few minutes to get Yuko's attention, but we pay and get out pretty quickly. So, do you want to return to the park? My jaw nearly drops. Are you kidding? It's probably going to rain again. In fact, I think I just felt some raindrops. You may be right. Well, okay, I'll let you off the hook this time, but you owe me a picnic now. You got it? I don't know if she's addressing me, Ren, or the both of us. Fine, fine. Now hurry up. I wanted to get some laps in at the track, and it would be nice to do it without the rain. I thought this was your day off. Well, Amy suddenly seems reluctant to explain herself. I need the practice. And I need to burn off that cake anyway. Why do I get the feeling that she's leaving something out? Are you sure? It wasn't that much cake. No, it wasn't that much cake for you. I ate most of it. She's got a point there. Still, I feel like I should at least offer to run with her. Aw, man. Aw, man. Aw, man. This is it. Oh, I almost dropped the mic. Man, do I want to go the Emmy route? Do I want to go the Emmy route? I kind of want to go the Hanako route. But, you know what? Emmy has grown on me. And I think you're supposed to drop her like hot fire. Anyways. Like earlier on. So, it's time to do the Emmy route. So, let's go. Hey, I'll run with you. I might as well, right? Emmy shakes her head emphatically. No, you won't, Hisao. Rest is critical for you, remember? I won't allow you to push yourself too hard. I guess she's better at giving advice than taking it. Whatever you say, Amy. I think it's probably best not to press the issue. As we approach the girls' dormitory, it starts to rain again. Amy expressing sours slightly. Aw, man. Stupid rain. Hey, it'll let up soon enough. You can go running down, right? Amy snorts, seemingly amused. Like I'm not gonna run in the rain. Well, you shouldn't. You'll catch a cold. Amy waves her hand airily. Ridiculous. I don't get colds. My immune system is far too strong for something like that. I can't help but laugh. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then, okay? Yeah. Thanks for coming. Oh, and for carrying the picnic basket. I'll bring it for lunch tomorrow. We can have our picnic on the roof. Sounds good to me. See you then. Amy grabs the basket from me and shoots through the door. Ram gives me a sort of half nod and ambles inside as well. Dang, it's wet out here. I need to get back into my room into some dry clothes. And I'm soon in front of my door, but I am intercepted by the sudden appearance of Kenji, who appears to be carrying a stack of books. Hey man, give me a hand, would you? Huh? The book are unceremoniously dumped into my arms as Kenji fumbles with his room key. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. If you weren't around, I'd have to keep my door unlocked, and that's just begging for trouble. The perfect opportunity to set up an ambush or maybe just plant a bomb if they don't want to get their hands too dirty. Probably don't. Afraid they'll break a nail or something if they have to stab me. Women. My mind thinks about digesting the verbal torrent that's just been unleashed, but it likes to remain comfortably in the dark. Anyway, where have you been, man? I could have used some help carrying these back from the library. I knocked on your door, but you weren't there. Oh, sorry. Not really, you appear to think I'm some kind of pack mule. I was out with Emmy and Ren. I knew it! I knew it! Kenji staggers back in shock. It looks like I just shot his dog, if he had a dog. The limbless ladies again? What do you do this time? Well, we wound up at the Shanghai. I'm prevented from continuing by a sudden exclamation of despair. The Shanghai? Why the Shanghai? No, man. You can't just go to the dang Shanghai. It's the most dangerous place in the city. A veritable stronghold of their best agents. I know. I've met them. They'll stop at nothing to lull you into a false sense of security and then BAM! Hits his door for emphasis. Wallet's gone. Buzz pass gone. Identity freaking gone, man. Promise me you won't go there again. He seems so vehemently opposed to the idea of the Shanghai that I'm willing to lie a little in order to get my room. Sure, I won't go there again. Or at least I won't ever tell you I've gone there again. This seems to mollify my bespectacled companion. Good. Sorry to come on so strong, but I know the danger there too well to let you just wander into the lion's den again. You got out of there alive once, but twice is pushing it. Yeah, well I need to get changed and do homework, so I'll see you later. Huh? Oh, sure, whatever. I suddenly remember that I'm still holding his books. You better take these. I catch a glimpse of one of the titles, something about cryptography. What a weirdo. Kenji grabs his precious cargo from me and disappears through his doorway. I open my own door and walk in, grateful to get out of my soaking wet clothes. The rain outside picks up and I find myself hoping that Emmy's not out running in this weather. She seems so adamant about doing the run alone, I can't help but wonder if her leg's still bothering her. I try to remember whether or not I've seen her limping at all today, but I can't. Guess I was too caught up in enjoying the day, even if it did rain on us. And as I think back over the events of today, I keep finding myself focusing on my running partner. Her complete refusal to allow the rain to spoil her plans was incredibly cute. But there was something else there too, sort of an unflappable attitude when it comes to enjoying the day as it comes. I really like that quality. Maybe I need to do a little of that myself. Okay, do the jingle! Do the jingle! Katawa Shoujo! Yeah! The sound of my alarm brings me out of a dream involving pirates and some other stuff I can't really remember. I'm a little bleary-eyed and it feels like it takes me longer than usual to get dressed and down to the track. A glance at my watch reveals that I was right, and I am in fact running a little late. The thing is, there's no Amy. That's odd, she should be here. She definitely should be here. I mean, I was late. I guess I wasn't the only one who had trouble getting up this morning. The thought crossed my mind that it never quite stopped raining yesterday. Should she go running anyway? It seems likely. Amy's a lot of things, but cautious isn't one of them. She probably figured the rain wouldn't stop, and that's why she was so adamant about running alone. Still, I would have gladly run with her, even if it was in the rain. Heck, if anything, I would have been able to convince her to come in once it got really bad. That would have been why she didn't want me along, of course. Even so, I can't help wanting to know where she is. Well, nothing for it. I better stretch and run. I hope that Emmy shows up with a grin and an excuse. On my cooldown lap, I am forced to admit that Emmy isn't showing up. Furthermore, I have no idea where she is. Anxiety gnaws at me, while at the same time I wonder just why I'm so worried over her. The run helped to take my mind off of it for a little while, but now that I'm finished, I'm back to worrying. It was weird not having her there. Downright unnerving. It suddenly dawns on me that I've been running to hang out with Emmy as much as I've been running to stay healthy. Probably more to be with Emmy now that I think of it. It's one of those things that are completely obvious, yet somehow I never realized it. She really is someone I enjoy being with. As revelations go, it's hardly world-shaking. All the same, I find myself feeling slightly shocked. When did this happen? Well, no time to think about this, though I want to ponder this new development. I have a greater desire to find out what's happening to Emmy. I asked the nurse when I stopped to see him. Well, you seem to be in good shape, Isao. That's good to hear. I replaced my shirt and stand to leave as usual, except instead of leaving, I asked a question. Hey, where's Emmy? She didn't show up this morning. Is she okay? While I try to valiantly to conceal the anxiety in my voice, the nurse's expression suggests that I felt miserably. You mean she didn't tell you? She's sick in bed. What? Sick? The nurse shrugs. Yeah, she came to my office early this morning with a fever, and to be honest, I'm surprised she made it here. She was burning up when she arrived. I believe she planned to let you know, but she asked me to tell you. Oh, shoot! The nurse gives me a sheepish smile that seems at least partially sincere. I told her I'd stop by the track to let you know in case she forgot to. Sorry about that. But we don't need to tell Emmy I forgot, right? I return the nurse's smile with a devious one of my own. Oh, of course not. This is fine blackmail material. I'll save it for whenever I need a favor from you. The nurse laughs. Well, I guess I deserve that. But you know, I've got tons of blackmail on you that you're not even aware of. So don't push your luck, okay? My expression earns another laugh from the nurse. I'm just kidding, it's Sal. But seriously, don't tell Emmy I forgot, okay? Your secret is safe with me. Oh good, now go on, get out of here. Wait, I've got one more question. Shoot. Is she going to be okay? Oh yeah, definitely. Her fever was high, but it was already starting to go down by the time she came by my office. I'll probably check up on her again at lunch to be sure, but I expect she'll be up and about by the evening no matter what I tell her. Maybe I should visit her after class. It takes me a second to realize I've spoken aloud. The nurse raises an eyebrow and gives me a searching glance for a moment. Well, that might not be a bad idea. You can let me know if she's taking a turn for the worse, I guess. But no funny business, you got it? I know what meds you're on, after all. I think there's a threat against my life. But I'm not sure. You better watch out, Sal. Either way, I assure the nurse that my intentions are chaste, and exit the office. Interesting that the nurse sees me as some sort of potential suitor to Emmy. Even more interesting is how pleased that makes me feel. I need a shower. Now my heart's broke. Now my heart's broke.